Welcome to Imperfect, the podcast that dares to celebrate the cracks, the doubts, the messy middle. That's the introduction that I have started to script for this podcast. But then I said to myself, it's imperfect. So why not improvise and talk from the heart, not from what I have taken months to prepare? Because I thought that whatever I'm going to say is already in me, because this podcast is the creation of years of preparation. I've been dreaming to do this podcast for years. But before that, I tried so many other things. I tried to express myself on TV, on social media, in coaching sessions with people. And I realized that what I have as a most powerful tool is my voice, is my way of thinking. And I realized that I would love to share that with everyone, to be in service of humanity, of bringing more light, more lightness, and more awakening to our societies. And this is why it's very important for me to share and communicate and be in touch with you without any intermediary, because I don't want it to have any mask or any censorship or even any agenda. I want it to be pure, true, coming from the heart, and also without makeup. We've been humanity started using makeup as a way of making things more attractive. But today, it's all about makeup. It's all about fillers. It's all about Botox. It's all about how we appear. Even podcasts, when I look at the podcast, they are perfect. Mine is imperfect. And so this imperfection is what makes it real. It's what makes it true. What makes it bold. It what makes it life, living. And it will give you a better sense of what life is, rather than to see perfect people on screens talking about perfect lives, which are not, in a perfect setup which is man-made. Life is much more than that. Life is much more complicated than that, in fact. And with time, we get to know that life is difficult. We get to experience pain, to experience complicated and challenging situations. And that makes us suffer sometimes, but also make us grow, make us more connected with ourselves, make us a better version of ourselves, closer to who we really are. Also, this imperfect theme comes from the fact that I like perfection in my daily life, in my work. I like things to be perfect. And this usually and sometimes stop me from doing things. And that's why Imperfect, the podcast Imperfect, makes it easier for me to start, because I know that it can be imperfect and it will be imperfect. So, perfection, everything we see, none of it is perfect. No one is perfect. I've been waiting for the perfect time to launch this podcast, the perfect plan, the perfect me. And then I realized that moment was never coming. So I jumped, and here I am, perfectly imperfect in this podcast. My name is Ziad. I'm the luck coach. And each week I will sit down with bold humans who are choosing to live fully, not because they have all the answers, but because they're brave enough to keep showing up. So this is not a podcast about fixing yourself. It's about remembering who you really are underneath the masks. It's about ambition with soul. It's about success with meaning and the courage to be seen exactly as you are. Even this video is imperfect. The sound, the lighting, the take, me, they are not flawless. And that's the point. This is an imperfect podcast, the imperfect podcast, a space where beauty comes from meaning and not perfection. So let's get real, let's get raw, let's get imperfect.